Is the United States about to rewrite the map of the North Pole to keep China from gaining the upper hand? President Trump is doubling down on a strategy that has the world talking, aiming to secure a foothold in Greenland that could prove to be the most vital geopolitical move of the decade. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss our deep dives into the stories that matter most. The Trump administration has officially ramped up its outreach to Greenland, following the president's recent summit with Xi Jinping. This isn't just a casual diplomatic visit, it's a strategic pivot. White House officials have confirmed that Special Envoy Landry has been on the ground in Greenland, attending the future Greenland conference and holding high-level meetings with the island's prime minister and foreign minister. The goal? To cement U.S. ties and ensure that American national security interests remain protected in a region that is rapidly becoming a global chessboard. But why Greenland? Why now? To understand the significance of this, we have to look back at the original proposal. Back in 2019, the idea of the U.S. purchasing or acquiring Greenland made international headlines. At the time, critics dismissed it as a distraction, but today, that narrative has shifted. The White House is increasingly viewing the Arctic as a primary front in the competition with Beijing. Greenland is not just a massive island covered in ice, it is a repository of critical mineral reserves, the kind needed for high-tech manufacturing and battery production. If China secures these resources, or gains a permanent base of operations there, the U.S. would face a massive vulnerability in its own backyard. Beijing has made no secret of its intentions. In a 2018 policy white paper, China labeled itself a near-Arctic state and launched its Polar Silk Road initiative. This is part of the broader Belt and Road strategy, which seeks to expand Chinese scientific research, infrastructure, and influence globally. For the U.S., allowing this to manifest in the Arctic would be a repeat of the strategic mistakes made during the Cold War. Remember, Greenland was once the most critical outpost in the world for early warning radar systems, designed to detect Soviet bombers and missiles. Today, that legacy lives on through the Patuxent Space Base, which remains a vital hub for surveillance. However, this push hasn't been without friction. Greenland's own leaders have been very vocal about their stance. Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen has drawn a clear red line, stating that while they want to find solutions that benefit all parties, any talk of annexation, takeover, or purchase is off the table. The administration is walking a tightrope, attempting to assert American security interests without alienating the local population. White House officials are maintaining a strict level of discretion, stating that they are involved in high-level technical talks and are optimistic about the trajectory of the relationship. They have made it clear they aren't interested in negotiating through the media, suggesting that what is happening in these meetings is far more substantial than what is being reported in the headlines. The stakes are immense. As the world watches the growing influence of China, the Arctic has transitioned from a remote wilderness into a theater of critical economic and military competition. Trump's focus on this region signals a return to a power projection mindset, where the U.S. must be present, active, and dominant to counter the influence of its adversaries. We aren't just talking about rocks and ice, we are talking about the next generation of energy, communication, and defense. If the U.S. fails to secure these partnerships now, the window of opportunity may slam shut, potentially for good. So, here is the real question for you. Do you believe the U.S. is justified in its aggressive push for influence in Greenland to counter China, or is this an overreach that could damage diplomatic relations with our Arctic neighbors? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to know where you stand on this. The situation is fluid, and the implications are long-reaching. Whether this leads to a new era of cooperation or a deeper standoff remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, the Arctic is no longer quiet. As we monitor these talks, we will keep you updated on every development as it breaks. Stay informed, stay critical, and I will see you in the next video.